Hi vibes everybody, welcome back. Um, so if you've been following the videos, on the last video I talked about the energetic aspect that you need to be working on when it comes to your hands and feet, and in this video I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of the things that you might start to experience when you start working on this stuff, and also about blockages. Uh, but first, I just wanted to go ahead and say that with the previous video, you should the goal, what you are working towards, is being able to, without doing this, be able to place your awareness into your palm and move that point of awareness throughout the entirety of your hand, the back of your hand, and then systematically we're going to be working our way into the primary system. But basically, you need to unlock all the awareness for the front and back of your hand and for the front and back of your feet. And then also, you need to be working within the hands and feet when you get done with being able to put your awareness on the outsides. You should be able to put your awareness on the insides. Um, but if you can't get to that point yet, that's okay. That's not a problem. But anyways, about blockages. So when you start passing your awareness through different areas, you might come across areas where it's even harder to pass your awareness through it. Like, even when you're trying to imagine going through it, it's like your mind almost blanks out right in that spot. Or maybe when you hit that certain spot, like a bunch of certain memories or emotions can be attached to it, and you'll get the impressions of those, like, mentally and stuff whenever it happens, or you might become unfocused whenever you go through that area. But basically, those are the blocked areas. Those are the areas where you need to be concentrating on getting fully unlocked in order to open up the rest of the areas surrounding it and everything. These areas, some of them can be caused from, like, trauma, or I mean, even your tight muscles. I mean, those will cause energetic blocks too. Uh, from traumas, stored emotions, those can be different blockages in there. Um, and well, there's all kinds of ways to get blockages, but basically it's just, if you think about it in vibration, it's a low vibration, and you're just transforming it into something higher. And so when you're passing your awareness through your hand, if you get to an area, or your feet, where it's difficult to pass through it, sometimes you can, well, I mean, normally you can increase your focus and the intensity of the action that you're doing. Really try and feel as though the fingertips are really touching it, or if you can picture in your mind an actual brush, those bristles, imagine the feeling of the bristles passing through it. And so sometimes a different stimulation can be what you needed to unlock those areas. And it's about intention and creativity, and I mean, you gotta find the best way to stimulate that area so that it'll begin to, heal itself and unlock itself and everything. And sometimes, I mean, the blockages have layers to them too. So I mean, not necessarily just because you massage one tight muscle out that's gonna fully heal the blockage from that area. I mean, everything, comes from top down. So anything that's physically manifested has already been manifested energetically before that, because the physical is the reflection of the non-physical anyway. So, but attacking it from both sides is going to be the best way. I mean, in both sides, I mean the physical and the non-physical. And so the energy aspect will help the physical, and then massage and stretching and yoga and all that, that's going to help the non-physical also. But as you move through the different areas of your hands and feet, just become aware of the spots where it's blocked. And also for your hands and your feet, also make sure that you're really getting good into your joints, because your joints, you could think of them as gates. Each joint in your body, throughout your whole body, you can consider to be a gate. And the more that that gate is open, the more of a flow you're going to get through there. So as energy is entering your fingertips, it's going to pass through your joints. And if your joints are clogged up, then you think about it as if it were water. If there was a bunch of crap blocking a gate for water, you might get a little bit of the water through, but all that crap is still there blocking the heaviest part of the flow. And so if you can get in there and stimulate the area to where you break it apart, then you'll increase the flow to the rest of it. And so that's what you should also be working on too, is when you get good at feeling your hands and your feet on the outside, go to the insides, and then get into the joints, and then eventually you get, you pull energy through your muscles and your tendon, and you start pulling it into your bone and your bone marrow, and you start to feel like an electrical pulsation type of feeling, and then you can move that electrical pulse throughout your body. But that's later on stuff. But right now, just make sure that you're working on opening up your hands and feet. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In the next video, I will try and go over probably some grounding and shielding, because after you begin to build up a certain amount of energy, you're going to need to be able to ground it, and then you're also going to need to be able to protect it. And so yeah, just stay tuned. I appreciate you all. Thanks for tuning in.